Hey guys, it's me, Brandon Johnson from Used Boats TV. Today I have the pleasure of taking you for a ride on a 2010 Alumacraft 185 deep V fishing boat. We're gonna have a good time. Do me a favor while you're here checking out this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of training and how-to videos as well as boat reviews, so I can help provide you some value while you're shopping. Also, I sell boats at Heartland Marine. My cell phone number's down here if you're interested in buying something. I'm about to take this boat for a ride because I've sold it sight unseen. So when I sell a boat sight unseen, I'm gonna take my customers out via video test drive. Let's go.
What it really means to live life golden. Oh, golden, baby, oh, golden. They're about to see it shine.
Alright, now we got your Alumacraft out here in the water. When you're putting the boat in the water from your trailer, you just back up until you see the rear end float. That's good enough. Make sure you put your plug in. It's very important. It's important so your boat don't sink. Okay? Now, we're going to break this video up. We'll start with the kicker motor right here, move on to the big motor. I'll show you what the buttons and switches do. I'll take the camera from Mr. Bill. We'll go out and drive her hard, see what kind of speed we reach, come back, put it on the trailer. I'll do an outside walk around, inside walk through, show you the condition as well as where everything is. So the kicker motor right here, it's got the release so you can lift it up or down. Forward, neutral, reverse is right here. Pull to choke, kill switch to shut it off. Here's your handle. If it hadn't been started in a while, just to get a nice prime in your hand, this is a primer bulb. Same way with the big motor. If it hasn't been started in a while, give it a squeeze till you get prime in your hand like this. But from there, it's got to be neutral. Kill switch has to be pulled out, or the choke, I'm sorry. And I found it's better to get this seat down so you have a nice long pull. Okay, so you can change your gears. Look at the reverse. Now we can smash into people like bumper boats. Just like that. Here's your throttle right here. Neutral. Okay. Kill your throttle before you shift. Forward. Right here. Just turn it by your hand. You can sit here like the gondolero. So there's that. Shut her off. Kick her up. Now, let's lift this up so it doesn't get in the way of our big motor. I don't think it will, but So with your big motor, squeeze the primer bowl if it hadn't been started in a while. Come up here to the helm. It's got to be in neutral to start. 3 things the boat won't start. I'll include a link in the description for a mobile device and up here in the top. If you're on a desktop, they explain that. But basically, kill switch, turns over, won't fire. In gear won't do anything. Click, click, clicks, a dead battery. So right here, key on, and it fires right up. So it's going to seem a little noisy in here because it's so cold. We put this top on, which is awesome. But there's your motor, obviously. You can see it's pumping good water. Right there. It's very cold, so we're going to get a little fog rolling back there. But, you know, your steering wheel's here. It's tilt. You put that wherever you want. Shifting is real smooth. Put it in gear. You lift up on the red handle. Back to neutral. I don't like how this is tangled around here. Okay. Reverse right there. There's a definitive stop. Some people shift too slow, so it's just a matter of getting used to it. When you go real slow, it drags on the line. So just assertively put it right into forward. There's a catch there. Throttle range is beyond that. Let's look at our buttons and switches. So we got a stereo right here. We have master power. The boat will run with this power button off. It just shuts everything else off. I wish I would have done that. But your nav lights, driving at night, red and green that plugs in up front, the white light that plugs in the back. In the middle, off, down, anchor light, stopped at night. Live well and lights and interior lights are right here. I don't see any in the boat though. Oh, up there, see underneath the GPS dilly bob? Fish finder thing? See that, Bill?
Yep.
Okay. Accessory, God knows, until nighttime. Manual aerator, that's the best way to fill it up. Okay, and then once it's filled up, hit auto because it'll matriculate water. Let's just show you the live wells work real quick. Time out. Hit the button, manual fill, they're filling up. One over here in the back, one up front. That's a cooler, that's not it. Right here, okay? So you put big ass fish in there. All right. So again, where is it? Manual helps fill it up faster. Auto will do the same thing, but it keeps the water just flowing at a slower speed. All right. Time in. Horn up there. Hopefully you can hear it. Oh yeah, baby. So now, if you want to have a seat, Bill, I'll explain this. I've had a lot of customers that they're excited to drive, and when they're excited to drive, I mean, I'm always excited to drive, but still, as they accelerate, they have their thumb on the trim up button, thus the motor comes out of the water, like that, okay, as they accelerate. Now the boat's gonna go nowhere, and it's gonna go, because the motor's out of the water. It'll also beep you out of the boat. You'll know when it's all the way down because it changes sounds. It goes from a nice trim to I'm all the way down, stop that, okay? My sound effects are deathly accurate, by the way. It'll be all right. So, now, let's turn this stuff back on because I'm stupid and hit that power button. Now, when it comes to these fish finders, I know they're fancy and expensive. That's about all I know. How to turn them on. I know they do a bunch of stuff. I know that he built this mount here to get them up nice and high. I know that plugging them in is not real easy when your fingers are cold, so I'd recommend doing that at home. Yeah, other than that, manuals are probably online. Let's look at these fish finders real quick. Time out. Shows our depth and our speed and a bunch of cool colored stuff. This one back here shows kind of our track and our speed. This one over here shows depth, and I'm not really sure what else it does. Temperatures, maybe? All right, time in. So we'll get these fired up. I'll take this from Bill, go outside these no-wake buoys, and we'll open her up. Accept, let's enter. Accept, enter. There we are. All right, Mr. Bill. What's that? Yeah, it'll start reading. These will start reading. They were reading until I shut them off. This is on miles per hour, not knots. All right, so we did our buttons and switches. This is our speedo. Sometimes those get clogged. I wonder if this is through the drive or a paddle wheel. We'll look. Here's attack, volt, fuel. Now this boat went from a worn shop after detail to a frozen tundra out here, so we'll get a little condensation in the gauges. The fish finders and such were under my desk, because I sent you a picture of them. Ready to go? Accelerate? Okay. I've been saying that a lot. Okay. So an Optimax has an aluminum head, so you do kind of want to warm up the engine before you just take the heck off. But we should be nice and warm now. So we're going to accelerate. Boat plane's nice and smooth. Trim down, trim it up. I think we should put that little kicker down. It's raining in here. Kicker. Now just go. Sure. All right. It's always a learning experience. Woo! It's got some punch. All right, so I'm gonna leave it trimmed down, full speed, straight ahead. See what kind of speed we reach, and then I'll trim her up. In a rainstorm under the bimini top. 37.7 miles an hour. 38. Seems like about 38 is what we're going to hit. Let's trim her up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can hear us getting there. About 42 mile an hour top speed. That's really good. Alright, slow her down here. So there was 42 miles an hour quite easily after we trimmed her up nice and tall. If you're not familiar with tilt and trim, I'll include a link in the top of the video on how to operate tilt and trim. Okay. Remember not to slow down, not to reverse fast. I've done that in these and it takes water over the back. Okay. So now we'll just try to find a comfortable kind of cruise speed. This really responds to acceleration flat a lot more effectively than leaving it up high. Okay, so forgot what we were doing. There we go. So we'll just kind of slow down. Trim down. I've got it trimmed down. See what just a comfortable speed is here. But that sun's shining, it's misleading. You'd think it was a nice day here. So really around 30, maybe trimmed all the way down or a couple clicks up. You know, it really feels smooth, takes the water well. We're not slamming and slapping. Okay. All right, well, let's head back to the trailer. It runs amazing. Okay, now that we know the boat runs awesome, you'll be driving it to your favorite fishing spots. Once you're at your favorite fishing spots, it's time to use this here fancy ass trolling motor. So, iPilot. It's got a signal on it like a cell phone. So, this is the handle that you would release to lay the actual head down. Then once you have the trolling motor in the water, it'll click and you're secure. So you've got a foot pedal here, just like a normal one. Okay. Constant. Just turn that off. But let's say you're by yourself back there fishing, you can just keep this clipped onto your life jacket, hit the on button. If we want to go over there, we can turn it that way, just clicks or hold it. Want to go the other way, zigzag that way. There's an autopilot button so you can set your waypoints on these faster. There's the pair, anchor. Anchor will maintain your position within a few feet, whatever the variance is, right here. Isn't that just fancy as heck? So it's actually working on its own to maintain our position. This is way too cool for me. It's a good thing this thing operates itself. Well, shut that off. Let's go that way. Well, now that we know the trolling motor works real good, we're going to put her back on the trailer, and then we're going to look and see where everything's located, like where the batteries are and stuff, because I really don't know. And we'll take a look at the condition. Now, a lot of people struggle putting boats on trailers. It doesn't matter what it is, and that's because they get the trailer too deep in the water. You want to be able to see the front of the bunks sticking out of the water when you put the boat in it. This trailer was specifically made for this boat, okay? So if the front bunks are out of the water, you just drive it right on, lock it up, you're good to go. All right.
Here, you want to stop and you can get on the nose videotape me driving?
Nah. All right, so see how our rollers are just barely out of the water on the trailer up there? That's what we need to see. From there, we just pull right on it. Dead center. Then we hook it up, or it won't stay. Make sure you get it up good and tight. All right. I just leave it in gear once someone gets off to kind of help you. And slowly accelerate, nothing herky-jerky. I'm also trimming up because the water is shallow right here. There's already one tiny nick in the skag. I don't want to do another. So again, nothing herky-jerky. I just left it right in gear, barely. All right, once you see that thumb up, kill your throttle, back to neutral, shut our power off, we can shut the boat off, trim her up, and there we are. Now he's gonna pull me out. We're gonna look at the condition of this SOB. No, all right, now we got her out of the water here. Let's look at the condition. So we got a nice trailer with swing away tongue, 2-inch ball and a 5 flat. Okay, there's our jack, there's our spare. Fan looks good. So it's really got a great shine to it. The rubber rail's nice. I mean, there's some very, very fine scratches or scuffs here and there. See, just small. I don't think you can see it. I hope you can. But it's just very minimal. It's not like a ding or a scratch. It's like like a hair scratch. So tires are good. We're shipping her to you. So we checked the trailers all out. Lights are good. Okay. Looking at the big outboard. Props in great shape. There's one tiny itty bitty nick on the skeg right here, the very, very tip of it. I'll use some touch-up paint. It won't be as noticeable. So when you get the boat out of the water, you want to take the plug out. This is our live wells, the pump coming. So you push this in, twist it, and turn. Okay. Find a good place to put this. Back there. Alright, little kicker's in good shape. Coming around the port side. Rubber rail's great. Got some fine scratches right here that went into the graphic. Okay, trailer's good. There we are. That's the horn right there. Neoprene bow roller. Okay, the underside's great. I mean, it was never in shallow water. There's not even like paint off the rivets. Barely anything on the keel. So there she is. Now we'll start in the bow. Jump in. Let's switch things up. First things first, make sure the spare's not on a spindle. Busted my butt in the shop this year. Some nice people from Pennsylvania, because I jumped on the spare and it spun out from underneath me. Okay. Now, we need to find your lights. That's important. I thought about that when I mentioned it to start the video. So this all opens up so you can put this pole in. for the seat. And as I showed you, that's a cooler. Over there's a live well. Vinyl's phenomenal. Itty bitty tiny nick right here. Okay, gunnels are good. Cup holder, pop out cleats. This is, I think, from the cover rubbing it. I think if a guy did some like plastic cleaner, I could, yeah, it will come off. I'll be damned. Huh. So yeah, that'll clean up quite a bit. I put the top on. I'm not so sure this has ever been opened because it's like pristine, the whole top. So the snaps are here, and then if you want to roll it up, you can snap it back together right there to leave the window open, or zip it and snap it down to close. You'll see a lot of people going up and down the lake all the time with their windshields open. I recommend anytime you're over idle to shut it, because this begins to bow against this, but the windshield's in phenomenal shape. I'm just saying for future reference. So vinyl for the captain's seat's awesome. You're probably tired of looking at the dash, the helm. So up underneath here's rod holder storage. Okay, you see those holes? And then in here, I'm not sure. Okay, these are batteries for the trolling motor, obviously. So then we got to find out, where does a dude plug them in? Okay, come down here, you got more storage, a cooler. I'm sorry, maybe to hold a cooler, a fire extinguisher, and a place to plug your cell phone in. All right. This captain's chair is awesome too. No nicks in the gunnels. Okay, port side helm. This is a little faded, the paint. That's all painted, so that's what it is, the paint coming off. It'd look cool if it just all came off anyhow. Here's the covers for our fish finders. This is pretty big in here. A key for this. The remote control. VHF radio, because you really need that, just kidding. There's where it plugs in. Okay, here's a charger for the trolling motor batteries. So that leaves us with still trying to find the lights. Okay, we got a grab handle here, our ship to shore radio antenna. I'd probably take that off if it were me, but it's not me, it's your money. Open these. So nice wide panels, by the way, for steps. More rod storage. And then you've got some of the rod holder things for when you're fishing right here. The ones that plug in there, then hold your rods. Okay, your bimini top will store underneath this whole thing. That's why it's cut out for it. All right, you got some cup holders that slide out here. Put my fingers on, just like that. See? Okay, there's your oil tank. Since it's an Optimax, it's a direct injected fuel injected 2-stroke. Fuel tanks here. Nice and clean. You can see the hole down there where our plug goes. So the vinyl here, awesome. Grab handle, pop out cleat, fuel fill. Starting battery right here, conveniently. Okay, uses a casting deck. You can also put your chair up here. He's got this crazy homemade, I think it is at least, rod holder deal. I mean, if you don't catch some perch with that many rod holders, you shouldn't be out here, you know what I mean? Stupid, I'm sorry. Vinyl's in great shape. Live well underneath that. Switch your tanks. More interior lights. So that still leaves us, let's just hope this is the money shot. There's our daytime light right here. The plug's in there. That just leaves us with finding the front light. I will find that front light and I will call you and tell you where it's located. So remember, this boat also comes with a full cover. When we tow them this far, we don't want to run the risk of ripping the cover. There, that is. ADHD, sorry, more storage up there. I knew it'd be up there. Okay. Oh, you can operate your tilt and trim from there. So when we tell them we don't put the cover on, we're going to take the top off. We're going to take the, most likely, the trolling motor has a disconnect, I hope. These seats, we're going to pack everything away. Is it going to be as clean as it is when it gets to you? Most likely not. But at least it'll all get to you. If you have any questions, be sure to holler at me. Sure hope you like it. My name's Brandon. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for anyone else out there that's watching this video.
Models popping bottles.